right? And so achieving greater financial freedom in our lives actually does mean that we achieve greater literal freedom, right? Like if I want to get better medical treatment, I can afford that. If I want to eat organic food, I can afford that. If I want to live in a safer place, I can afford that. If I want to drive a better vehicle, I can afford that. If I can't afford that, that's not an option. Right? Now, affording it doesn't mean that I borrowed money from a bank and then I'm making payments and I can cover the interest. That's not affording it. That's me going into financial slavery with a suppressive institution in order to meet my outcomes and goals with my life. That's not freedom. That's actually me trading my future freedom for a little bit of extra room today. I'm mortgaging out my future, essentially. That's what happens there, right? Me giving all of my money to Wall Street till I'm 60, that's not freedom. Right? They might sell me that at some point that might mean freedom, but it's not real freedom. Okay. I don't have the choice. I don't have the option now. Right. So these are all things that I have to look at and think about. Okay. So this idea of financial independence, this is what we're trying to build towards. Okay. The other word is wealth. Okay. Further down here, we have wealth. Okay. Wealth is not an equation per se. Wealth is a state, right? So for me, wealth is abundance and prosperity in all dynamics of my life. Right? So what does that mean? That means every single area of my life, I'm living it on purpose and I'm in control and I'm exercising my freedom. Okay. I'm doing it the way I want to do it. There's not restriction. Okay. Now, this doesn't mean that you know, my life looks the same as yours or yours looks the same as the next person's. That's the beauty of it. What matters to you, and can you afford to make that happen? Right? Like if you think about like living your life in every area the way that you want to, that's not going to be cheap. And it probably doesn't involve trading time for money at a thing you don't enjoy. Right? I talk to people all the time where the thing that they do for a day job isn't the thing they would do if they didn't have to. Okay, and in that moment, I am literally sacrificing my time, which really like represents my action, my freedom of choice, in order to get green pieces of paper so that I can make, make the mortgage happen, or make the car payment happen, or buy the groceries. Okay, that's not freedom. Okay, it's more freedom than, let's say over here, broke. Right? Sure, if I'm broke, if I'm bankrupt, like that's less freedom than somebody that just works at a job they don't like. But I'm saying if we try and get as far as we can on the freedom side. Okay. So when I started thinking about this became something that I was like, okay, like I want to get there. How do I do it? Right? How do I achieve these different definitions and states that I'm looking at? And that was where I got confused, because there was so many different voices out there, so many different people saying to do it this way, you know, so many different strategies, tactics. At the time, you know, I was also a financial advisor. So I knew better than everybody the different options and different alternatives that could be used. And so I went into a state of confusion. Right? Because I was like, I understand what I want to achieve. How do I get there? Right? So what I did is I started studying, right? This begins with financial literacy. Okay. When I say this word financial literacy, this means I actually master money. Like I studied, I became a student of finances, and I started learning about it because it was like, man, like it is so involved in every area of our lives. It's foolish not to know how money works. Think about this. You go to school. Why? So you can go to college. Why do you go to college? So that you can get a degree. Why do you get a degree? So you can get a job. Well, what do you get immediately when you're out of college before you have a job? Debt, right? Boom, right off the bat. Now you have a financial tool in your life that you don't understand. Now you're getting the job. You've got the income. As soon as you have income, now you owe taxes. Did you know there's a 6,000 page tax code, right? So there's 6,000 pages of rules that are associated with the thing that you went to school to go earn that you never learned about. Think about this. Like imagine like if another area of your life worked that way. You're like, oh, okay, you know, I'm gonna have a kid. You would learn everything you could about having a kid. You would make sure you understood it so you could win at it. Why? Because you understand the gravity, the capacity of that decision and what that means and the responsibility that goes with it. Okay. Well, finances are not any different. And in a way, they're more important because have fun feeding a kid if you have no money. Right. I have to learn about this stuff. So for me, the first thing, and if you've not made this decision, for me, the first thing I did after I looked at, okay, what is wealth and what is financial independence and how do I get there? And what does it mean to me? The first thing I did is I made the decision that I would not be financially illiterate anymore.
If you're wondering, what does Wealth Dynamics do? How can we actually help you? Number one, if you haven't gotten a copy of my book, Blueprint to Financial Freedom, grab one now. You can get that down in the comments in the video. You can get the link for that. Number two, we do a free course on Fridays on personal finance. Okay, you can also get the link for the description there too. And then finally, if you have a desire to start getting help walking through these different phases toward financial freedom, book a call with my team. Go to our website, set up a call. We're able to help out and answer questions. That's how we can help you. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you turn notifications on, and I will talk to you guys on the next video.